This is Christopher Matt. It's January 12th, 2012, Thursday I believe, and I've just arrived at my property at 4670 South Carefree. And immediately I heard the sound of rushing waters, and I came downstairs, and this is the chaos that I've encountered. I've got some kind of a leak going on, a massive leak in the ceiling, and as you can see, part of the roof has collapsed, and there's just water everywhere in the downstairs. It's a swimming pool in here. What you can see over here of the ground that looks like it's dry is really just a laminate floating on the surface of the water. As I step on it, it sinks down and floods. So I don't want to get too close to it. I don't know how much, if any of this is touching anything electrical, and I don't want to be electrocuted. So what we've got next, what I've got is I've called Colorado Springs Utilities immediately. It's one of them was an emergency. They're sending somebody out here to turn off the water. Until that time, and then I shut off the power. I don't know what's gonna, I won't know the cause of that leak. So, but what we've got is a lot of hard work downstairs that's pretty much destroyed. So I'll keep you posted on that. Okay, Christopher and Randy here. We're at Carefree. We're doing just some investigations as to what the heck happened and why we've got a leak. There's several places that the sheetrock had been damaged. This is where the water was pouring down. This piece of sheetrock was painted over. It was just sitting there, and then when I touched it, it just moved out of the way. It just was hanging by two boards. But if you, when we come up here and we look, we see the copper pipe right here. The copper pipe, and it runs along the wall. But when we look up into the space above between the trusses, between the floor joists, we see daylight, clear as day.
The actual structure of the house.
And so apparently that is the cause. We have it got really cold last night, and there was nothing sealed, no insulation, nothing to protect the pipes, and we just had that cold air just blowing straight into the house from outside, and it froze the pipes and cracked it. And now there was no way that we could have seen that because we weren't up in the ceiling. So we'll see what we can see over here. It's got to be somewhere in this area, unless it's where could it be?
I don't know.
It's got to be somewhere right here.
Oh, there's a hole.
You see it?
There's an access panel and a hole right where the
Oh, well, shoot. There we have it. Just bare copper right out where the weather can get it. Brilliant. Okay, so now we know what we need to fix to make sure this doesn't happen again. But we're not going to be able to fix it until the insurance adjusters come and take a look at it. So that's where at least we know it's not our fault.
yeah.
That's comforting, at least. All right, so we're not going to do any work right now. We're going to
Leave it sit the way it is till they actually look at it. They see that the damage is actually caused by the weather itself and the actual original structure of the house.
Okay.
Okay? Nothing we did. We had heat on last night. We kept it warm. We've been working on the place every day. So I know it's been at least 68 degrees in here each day.
That's what I was saying. This felt like 80 to me. The last few times we worked in here, we had it blow. I mean, even with the doors open and draft blowing in here, we were still warm, and I was walking around working with no coat on.
There's no way you would have noticed that until something actually happened, which did happen. Now you notice that you have an issue.
Right. So unfortunately, we've lost our laminate flooring. What I am going to do is to get a carpet cleaners to come over here and remove the moisture from the carpets downstairs. So hopefully we can save those. So I'm back at Carefree. It's about 6 o'clock, January 12th. It was kind of unfortunate, the timing of this water leak, because we were due for our final inspection today for the house. So I had called Preston and talked to him and told him what was going on, and he said he would go ahead and come by anyway and do our inspection, since the water damage wasn't our fault. So he did his walkthrough and we passed, minus the water damage. So he's recommending to Travis that they go ahead and release at least some of our draw money. And I talked to David Von Glum, and he's our insurance agent. He said this is actually going to be covered because we had no way to know that there was exposed pipes that would freeze, and so he gave us a referral to some people to come over and do some remediation of the damages down there. And so they're on their way. He's also going to talk to Travis at Pine Financial and tell him that the damages will be covered by our insurance policy, and so we should be good. Unfortunately, we have a $1,000 deductible, so this damage is going to cost us $1,000. But anything over that is going to be covered, and I won't have to supervise that labor either. I can contract it out. As a matter of fact, the insurance agent got these people over, and they're going to help coordinate that with the insurance companies and take care of all the paperwork as well, saying that we treated for mold and stuff like that, so it won't hold us up when we're trying to sell the property. So that's where we stand. It's a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news, but it is going to cost us $1,000, but it probably will not delay us getting our draw, and this company's going to coordinate the repairs, which is a load off of me because I can focus on some other things. So pretty exciting day so far. We'll see if anything else comes up. I'm planning to be working until midnight with Randy over at the Franconia property, but unfortunately I've got to stay here and wait for this crew to show up so I can sign papers so they can begin doing some cleanup downstairs and get the water out. So that's where we stand.